What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a unfortunate edition of the BTSI show. I'm your host, Christopher J. Thank you guys for tuning in. Uh, actually, let me get housekeeping out the way real quick. Matter of fact, let me finish this. Whatchamacallit. I should have had this done earlier, but of course, my mind was elsewhere. This news really I was not ready for this news. I'll just say that. 1 second. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my own professionalism. As you guys can understand, when I found out about this news, my mind was sheesh done. But let's get into it. On your way in, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all social links are located in the description. $sign to BTS, that shows the cash out. Like I care about that right now. Participate, waive all rights to privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once you reach that goal, y'all already know what it is. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we got the bad news. I was not ready for this. I was like, when I tell you, I was literally having one of those milestones of a bad day. I was. And quite frankly, that just doesn't mean a thing anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, um, Bray Wyatt has passed away this morning at the age of 36. Windham Rotunda is his legal name. We all know him and love him as Bray Wyatt. Unfortunately, he passed away this morning, and I was just on looking up Kicking It with Ross, his YouTube channel. There's an update. We now know the confirmation of the death. Actually, we'll get into that momentarily. Let me see. Let me see who's in the building. Just Jay. I know, sweetheart. Yeah. Lady Shin, shout out to you. And hey, I got my thing messed up. Oh, well, it's all good. Uh, I saw parts of your interview today with Sugar Shane Mosley. Congratulations on that. Big ups to you. GBG is in the building. What up, Dig? I know this is heartbreaking. Yes, like the video. Please like the video. Babe, did you call me? Oh, that was my wife calling me. I'm tripping. Uh, yeah. Matter of fact, I wasn't. I didn't know how. Excuse me, if I was gonna post that picture, but yeah, you're right. They're finally back together, man. This is Jesus Christ. So here's how I found this out. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up right now. Nightish thing. Hey man, appreciate you for pulling up. But here's how I found this out. Like I said, I was having one of those like legendary bad days, and and just finally getting my stuff together. Hold on, why can I not pull it up? Okay, here it is. Yeah, I was just having a bad day, like a real bad day. And when I finally got my stuff and I was headed home, I just went through my phone, went through World Star, and it was playing. It showed a post from Triple H, and I'm like, huh? I was like, what the hell's going on? And that's when he sent the message. Let me see if I could go find it. I gotta go find it the hard way. Let me, I'm about to be ghetto. All right. Saw this message. Triple H just received a call from WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, who informed us that the tragic news that our WWE family member for life, Windham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, unexpectedly passed earlier today. Our thoughts are with his family, and we ask that everyone respect their privacy at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, he left behind a fiance in JoJo. Some of y'all remember her for Tough Enough. She was a ring announcer, and he also leave behind 4 kids. Um, and I don't know how Ross found this out, but I take him for his word. Apparently, Bray Wyatt passed away. The cause of death was a heart attack, which was exacerbated by him getting COVID-19 earlier this year. Uh, yeah, this sucks. Like, I know some like the wrestling fans know. I know I'm trying to explain this to this other side of YouTube that I'm on. Like, Bray Wyatt was a very special character, very talented individual. And when you get to the person, um, excuse me, with him, the actual person, you, I, I didn't really appreciate his creativity at the time until after he got released from WWE and eventually brought back. Matter of fact, let me go to comicbook.com because they did a great job of the article that they did regarding Bray Wyatt. Let's see, and we're gonna read all the wrestlers tributes later on. See, what thing about Bray Wyatt is when he came as Bray Wyatt in the Wyatt family, and it's like, okay, this is your outback swamp like family. Um, Down south, I got a little bit of Louisiana vibes from him, and it was organic, very organic. And it's like, okay, I like him. Will everybody else like him? What the? Oh, sorry, that was. Let me mute this. I'm sorry for the unprofessionalism. I'm just a little bit everywhere today, and my computer is not moving fast enough. That's what I get for getting that HP. We'll be getting a MacBook later. So when I first saw the Wyatt family and saw how skillful they were, agile, they can hop on put any script and they can sell it to the crowd. I was like, I like them, but if I like them, will this resonate with other audience? Then came almost said Super Bowl, WrestleMania 30, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. Now, Bray Wyatt did not win that match, and that's fine. I didn't have a problem with him losing that match. However, if you go back and just look at the crowd's engagement throughout the match, how they started singing his song, his own rendition of uh, "He's got the whole world in his hands." The crowd got into it. They started waving their hands, and Bray Wyatt started to get into it as well, which led to a what do you call it? Monday night after Raw. The Monday night after WrestleMania. That wave continued, and it just took off, kept on taking off. So it was John Cena that year. Then it was The Undertaker the next year. Now by then, the Bray Wyatt family, well, injuries or whatever it can be, kind of died down. So it was just Bray Wyatt and himself going up against the Undertaker, and he just kept on riding wave upon wave upon wave. Although I did not like his booking for those first 3 years, it's like pull the trigger on him. It meaning you got something with this guy, take him all the way. So that happened. That was wait, I keep saying Super Bowl. So WrestleMania 30, he went up against John Cena. WrestleMania 31 in San Francisco, he went up against the Undertaker. Obviously, he lost that one. WrestleMania 32, he cut a promo with the great one, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. A good promo, I might add. Matter of fact, Rock gave him his respect in front of over 100,000 people there. They knew this was the guy. Let me back this up before this thing keeps shaking. All right. And not only that, John Cena came back for that moment, which then elevated them. But it's like, and let me not try to make this a Vince McMahon problem because I have my own with Vince McMahon. Uh, Turtle Tank, thank you for coming in. I know I'm shocked as well. Don't do that. Yeah, you're right. Don't do that. That's going to be worth. Now we're talking about something of value, and with what he gave to the WWE in the course amount of these many years, which is not a lot. Keep that closed. That is going to grow in time. Yes, that is going to be a collector's item. So with all these bad bookings that Vince McMahon did with them, it was Elimination Chamber before WrestleMania 33. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's see what happens. The Elimination Chamber match, the final two, because I forgot who was champion. John Cena was champion. He just won the title for the 16th time at that Royal Rumble, beating AJ Styles. You go into this match, it was I forgot who all was in that match. It was John Cena, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, and I cannot remember the other three. Hey man, I promise the feeling's mutual. The feeling's mutual. But John Cena got pinned, he got eliminated. So now we have a new champion. We're guaranteed a new champion. Was it going to be AJ Styles or was it going to be Bray Wyatt? So I don't know who made that decision, but they made a great decision. Or in some cases, there's times when eh, the match is supposed to go one way, but somebody decided to take it another way for whatever reason. I'm not saying that that's what happened in that match, but I'm glad it ended the way it did. AJ Styles was going for the phenomenal forearm. Um, Before he connect, Bray Wyatt caught him. I think caught him in midair and did Sister Abigail to him, which is a modified version of a not necessarily of a DDT, but just go look up the movie. You'll see what I'm talking about. He got the 1, 2, 3. I jumped out of my chair. I was like, thank you. Now you're going in the right direction. This is what we wanted to see. I want you to see a world champion in Bray Wyatt. I want to see him hold that title for months. I want 6 months out of Bray Wyatt easily. No questions asked. Give me 6 months of Bray Wyatt as champion. And give me the best writers for this guy. I want the best storylines. So what happened? Um, a month prior to that, Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble in San Antonio. So he's going to WrestleMania regardless. Now the champion, you have two champions you have at this very moment. Because if I recall correctly, there was a heavyweight championship match that earlier that night. It was Kevin Owens versus Goldberg, and Goldberg won. So Randy Orton, who are you going to go up against? Are you going to go up against Bill Goldberg, or are you going to go up against Bray Wyatt? I hated that they set up that storyline like that. What the fuck? With the passion, I hated they set up that storyline. The reason why I hate it so much is because keep in mind, last year's Survivor Series, Goldberg came back to the WWE and fought Brock Lesnar and beat him in less than 3 minutes. Then the next time those two saw each other again was at the Royal Rumble in San Antonio. And Goldberg went ahead and eliminated Brock Lesnar, which you already knew that was setting up for a WrestleMania match where I kind of knew Goldberg was going to drop the title to Brock Lesnar. So that means Bray Wyatt was going to have to go against Randy Orton. And Vince's idea, obviously I can't confirm any of this or deny for that matter. Vince McMahon trusts a WWE champion Randy Orton than Bray Wyatt, which I was disgusted. I like Randy Orton, I really do, but I forgot how many times he won the title during that time because Randy Orton is currently a 13-time world champion. He could have let Bray Wyatt ride that wave. We know how Randy Orton is as champion. Matter of fact, the last time he was champion, he wasn't champion that long, like maybe a month or so, or if that. But I'm about to go on a tangent. Let me calm down. Um, and obviously, let's see. Like I said, comicbook.com did a great job of covering this storyline. Now, with that, Bray Wyatt obviously took some type of break from WWE. He came back. And like I said, this is where his creativity came in. Granted, I didn't have much of appreciation for it at that particular time. But afterwards, I start to realize this man, like WWE is literally sitting on the gold mine in Windham. Um, it's hard for me to pronounce it. Windham Rotunda, the person. So took a break, gone for a minute. He came back as this with the Firefly Funhouse as a rendition of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And it's like, I'm glad to see you back, but what the hell is this? And you just started seeing more promos of that. It's like, how I will say Vince is about to make me sick. Then you start to see some dark twists in there. It's like, what's going on? It's like, I don't know about this. Y'all about to make this storyline a tad bit corny. Then the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, appeared and attacked Finn Balor. With me at home, people in the crowd yelling, "Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!" I was like, "My bad, y'all got this. Y'all know what y'all talking about." Let me stay back and watch this work. And I started to see how they was working the Fiend. It's like you go up against the Fiend, pieces of you, it's going to change. If you're a baby face and you go up against the Fiend, you will turn into a heel, a flat out heel. Now, because he made Miz change. He made Seth Rollins was a good guy at the time, a pretty face. He made Seth Rollins slightly heelish. Because keep in mind, this is how genius, and this is how where you know when something's going right, but then Vince wants to touch it and fuck it up. Go back to Hell in a Cell. It was Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins for the was it the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship? I can't remember. World Heavyweight Championship because I remember Brock was the WWE champion. Um, that if you remember, the ref ended that match early because um, Seth's character was going beyond the limits. If I recall correctly, he got a sledgehammer. He buried the Fiend Bray Wyatt underneath all these chairs, other contraptions. He got the sledgehammer, slammed it down. The ref called a match. The crowd booed. Matter of fact, the crowd was chanting AEW, AEW. For those who don't know what AEW is, that's All Elite Wrestling. That's on TNT and TBS. That's WWE's new competition. And to rectify that Vince McMahon bullshit, they decided to run that match again in a no disqualification match, but at Crown Jewel. It was in Saudi Arabia. I know that for a fact. I can't remember the pay per view. I think it was Crown Jewel. They made Seth Rollins drop that title to the Fiend Bray Wyatt to make sure that the fans stay in the WWE. And rightfully so. I think that was the right decision to make. And while he was defending the title, then came he went against Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, y'all remember Daniel Bryan? He's in AEW under Bryan Danielson. Remember he had that long hair, goat hair, looking like a backup for Jesus, and because the Fiend went after him. Matter of fact, the Fiend started cutting his hair and pulling his hair out to the point that dude came back with the I forgot. I think it was a low ball fade and a trimmed beard. I ain't never seen an old person, a white guy that looks old, jump back in the time machine, looks young again. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I was there at Royal Rumble 2020 in Houston. I was there when let me see if I can pull it up here. Because one thing about Bray Wyatt that we're gonna miss is the fight. If you remember Bray Wyatt's entrance, you remember he always had those. Everybody had the fireflies out where they turn on the flashlight, the cell phone, and they wave in the arena when the arena's pitch black. Yeah, that was that. Okay, here it is. Now, can I do this? Or I gotta do it like this? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Daniel Bryan going to the ring. This is for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was in 2020 Royal Rumble. I was there. I was there, as you can see. Now, WWE don't do enough justice for Bray Wyatt's entrance. Like I tell people after this entrance, I tell people you have to go watch him live. Like you have to be there when he does his entrance because it is the TV that on TV it undersells it. Very much undersells it. Um, like I'm just waiting for it to pop up. And okay, hold on, is it about to pop up? I think so. We're just waiting for it. And I'm sorry I don't have this. And the only reason why I don't have the volume up is because there's going to be a lot of feedback. and this is on my IG, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you, you ain't never experienced this man experience interest live. When you see all the fireflies and you see his whole entire interest, the ambiance and everything. That was actually unworldly. On my that's on my IG right now. You guys can go look at that. As a matter of fact, I might repost it if I can. To that match in itself, you saw the professionalism, elite wrestling, just unworldly style of Bray Wyatt. And it's like, how much are you guys paying him? Not enough. Like, so yeah, you guys need to go back and just watch that match. That was just expertise storytelling by Bray Wyatt. Especially it was a not a what's it called? A bull strap or something? I forgot. Let me see what it was. It's a dang. Is it Bray? No, it wasn't a steel cage. Oh, they did fight in the steel cage, I think. It was like a bull rope. They're not gonna shot. And it was a bull rope or a strap match. That's the type of match it was. And to see how hard Daniel Bryan, don't get Dan Bryson fucked up. He is actually very strong for his size. He actually does look it. To see Bray Wyatt take those hits and to mentally be in it was a beautiful thing to watch. I was like, now I'm getting the 6 months that I wanted before. Only for Bray Wyatt, only for Vince McMahon to make Bray Wyatt drop that title the following month in Saudi Arabia to Bill Goldberg. I'm like, Vince, Vince, Vince. I said this was not going to be about a Vince rant, so let me not do that. He dropped the title only to go up against John Cena at WrestleMania. Now, keep in mind there was COVID, so WrestleMania had to be done at the Orlando Center, and that in of itself, although I really didn't care for that match like that, like I said, I had to go back and watch it, but like storytelling again, different genres of the John Cena, what inspired John Cena to the point of this saying, you know what, I, I'm going to beat John Cena, and this is going to be the last time you see John Cena on a full time schedule. And and with that being happening, it's like, all right, it's time to go get that title back. How did Vince McMahon fuck this up? Braun Strowman won the title from Goldberg at WrestleMania, rightfully so. He They made him go through the storytelling phase, turning Braun Strowman into a heel, which ultimately led to which ultimately led to I forgot what was that pay per view before SummerSlam. It led to pretty much Braun Strowman versus Strowman, and that ultimately got disqualified because that was the return of Roman Reigns. To only lead up to SummerSlam in a triple threat match where everybody took a dive because Roman Vince McMahon wanted to give Roman Reigns the title. Now, granted, in hindsight, it turned out to be the right decision. Actually, not in hindsight. Let me not say that. That turned out to be the right decision. But it's like, how many times you gonna play this man? So much so that they released him in July 2021. As in I mean Vince, released him in July 2021. And we was without a July, August, September, October, November. Excuse me, July, August, September, October. We was without a Bray Wyatt for 15 months during the pandemic. And with Bray Wyatt gone, you start to miss him. Like during that period, I really gained a lot of appreciation for Bray Wyatt, for excuse me, Windham Rotunda. And hold up, making his debut on the BTSI show. This is a surprise. I should be honored, ladies and gentlemen. What we got? Okay, here we go. The intellectual soapbox is in the building. What's up, man? How you doing?
Salute, family. Salute, salute. Man, this is a hard one, man. It's a hard one to take. Um, Bray was a special cat, and if nobody ever got to watch his matches, you're doing yourself a disservice. This guy was definitely um he was definitely Universal Champion, WWE Champion, however many belts they want to put out there now. He
Yeah.
definitely was a champion of champions, man, and he should have been on that same plateau as a Seth Rollins, as a Roman
Mm.
Reigns, as a John Moxley. His talent is just that high. You know what I'm saying? And I'm remembering when the last things I'm remembering a couple of things, man. Ironically enough, I was watching the WCCW Von Erich tragedy. Ironically today, it was so crazy. I watched that, then I found out that he passed. That was just so weird and
Mm.
eerie, but it is what it is, man. But and shout out to that family too. And that was crazy back what happened back in the 80s and 90s with them. You know what I mean? And we just
Mm.
lost Luke Harper too, man, 3 years ago, man. So shout out to
Yeah.
the whole Wyatt clan, man, which was supposed to
And
be the new stable that was going to carry into the next generation along with the Shield. But
mhm.
hey, you know what I mean? My last name ain't McMahon, so I can't I don't make the calls, man, because if I did, a lot of things would be different. We wouldn't even have two world championship belts, which doesn't make any sense. But that's a whole nother story for a different day.
Mhm. Nah,
But
and
Bray's
I
talent,
agree with that.
yeah, his talent was undeniable. Um, you know what I mean? I know at first he was Husky Harris. You know what I mean? I go as far as that. I'm gonna go back so far as back as that, man, because I really, really know this guy, and he was talented back then. And just to see him evolve into that character, knowing who his dad was, knowing who IRS is, knowing how great of a wrestler his father was with Money Inc. and Ted DiBiase. Shout out to the DiBiase family as well. They have a great history in wrestling business as well. But I mean,
Hmm.
this kid, man. I mean, this cat, man. Bray. What I liked about him too was I'm a bigger guy, just like you, a big guy too, man. I love to see the big guys that can go, man, like the KOs, the Brays. You know what I'm saying? The Bronson Reeds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Big guys who can really go to Braun Breakers. You know what I mean? I
Right.
love to see a big man that can be versatile in the ring. Keith Lee. Keith Lee's another one. You know what I
Keith
mean?
Lee's a beast.
Oh my gosh. But these guys, because they're not polished, or they're big, but they're not like Hulk Hogan big. You know what I'm saying? They're a little chubby or
Hmm.
whatever. They look a little bit more regular. They don't get the push that they should get. They're not going to get the Roman Reigns push. They're not going to get the Goldberg or Brock Lesnar push because they don't have that physique like those guys, man. But these guys are equally as talented, if not more. Um, some of Bray's highlights, man, was of course his feud with Undertaker, of course his feud with
Yep.
Daniel Bryan. That was a huge highlight. The Randy Orton segment, which was done beautifully by Orton. Orton did a fantastic job with that. Shout out to him and whole Orton clan. But yeah, Bray he has some great moments, man. Some great highlights. Him becoming a fiend, him winning the belt. You know what I'm saying? All these things, man. All these things that he accomplished, man. But it was so short term, and I agree with you, man. The universe could have did a lot more with him. Vince could have did a lot more, way more. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean, I'm gonna speak to that just a little bit. I think the problem with WWE, you know what I mean, and AEW doesn't have this problem. AEW has its issues, but they don't have this one problem. The one problem with WWE is that, what I mean, Vince is he doesn't know how to get out the way and just let Triple H and Stephanie do what they got to do, because
Right.
that's just what needs to happen at this point. But because he doesn't want to let go of control, and he's still living in the fact of he created all these different eras. And to be honest, let's be honest, man. Vince ain't really create nothing, man. He had the right people around him. You know what I'm saying? He always had the right staff around him. If you do your history, you know this. You know about the Vince Russos, man. You know about the Jim Rosses, man. You know about the cat that helped him to get WrestleMania started. I always forget his brother's name, but it was another dude that helped him to get WrestleMania started, who invested in it, who came up with the concept and the idea. Um, what I mean? Even this era, this is Triple H's, what I mean, dream, man. Because these are all NXT
Hmm.
cats. This is all Triple H research. So he always had a helping hand. So Vince has never stood on his own. So when people call him a genius and all that, it's oversighted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Geniuses, man, most of the time, if you want to be a true genius, you may have a team around you, but you are the one pushing the ideas, and you're pushing the concepts. Vince don't push no concepts, man. He has money, and he's a very shrewd businessman. I give him that much. But creativity, no. You know what I mean? That's those that's a whole different branch of people. And it shows. And it showed with Bray Wyatt, man. Bray Wyatt should have been a multi-time champion. Bray Wyatt should have been a multi-time tag team champion. Bray Wyatt should have been all
Hmm.
these things, man. You know what I'm saying? And I believe if he would have had a better run, this man might still be here today. I know that may sound crazy, but I really feel like Bray would have had, if he would have had a better run and Vince would have definitely invested in him more, he would still be here. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
But it's the back and forth. It's the change of characters. Change is something that don't need to be fixed. Letting him, and it was that span. I don't know if it was 2019 or 2018 where he just kept getting beat. Like he just kept getting beat consistently, and it made no
Before
sense.
before before he went to the field, correct?
Yes, before he went to the Fiend,
Hmm.
he just kept losing. They was calling him the eater of pins. You know what I mean? A man of this talent.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I mean, and they would put him in spots that didn't make any sense. The whole Hell in a Cell where he jumped in when it was Moxley versus Seth didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Moxley and Seth was having a classic. You didn't have to do anything with that. There was nothing to do with that. But you do this and you ruin a match. The whole kid talking and doing a spooky voice and all that. It's just a bunch of nonsense, man. And it's so sad, man, that we didn't get to see him or Brody Lee, man, aka Luke Harper, live up to the potential of who they should have been. You know what I mean? All because of bad booking and an old man who just can't get out of his own way. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to those brothers. I'm glad that Brody Lee found some solace in AEW. And salute to AEW
Hmm.
too, man. AEW is knocking out the park this week, and I'm gonna try to find a way to watch that pay-per-view because I have to. That pay-per-view is a must watch. And yeah, man, salute to them, man. But bro, what's your expertise on this, man? Because I'm gonna land my plane.
Um, I'm afraid he won't be inducted. He, as much as he did enough, he did a lot, but he didn't do enough to get into the Hall of Fame. And I'm pissed off at Vince because of that. I want Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. Maybe he'll get in as the family. Even then, I don't know. But bad bookings it's going to be hard to get him into the Hall of Fame. And I think uh, Vince buried him, and they buried him with the first by him. Now, I don't mind him losing to John Cena at WrestleMania 30. I didn't mind that. I don't obviously him. I losing to Undertaker at the following WrestleMania. Then he cut a great promo with The Rock, and then you had John Cena came back. It's like those first 3 years you could have did better. Now the following year, which was before WrestleMania 33, I forgot. Well, he was in the Royal. The whole wife and was in the Royal Rumble match, and they was getting bodied. They was getting bodied by Brock Lesnar. Then the following month, he won his first championship at Elimination Chamber by beating John Cena, who was the champion at the time. You know, I and you know Vince wanted AJ Styles to win that match, but I can't prove this. I'm thinking somebody Vince wants this match to go one way and win another way because I don't think Vince ever wanted Bray to be champion. Although he got a huge pop when he did become champion, so I wanted him to ride that wave for at least 6 months. I want my champions, my especially my first time champions. I need a 6 month run out of them. He lost the title the following month to Randy Orton, and probably one of the most trash ass championships match in WrestleMania history. So after that, more bad bookings. Then he came back, Fire Funhouse. I wasn't feeling that until he then turned into the Fiend, and I started to see how it all makes sense. He won the title. No, that Hell in the Cell match that Vince botched. Now I'm not putting that on Seth. I'm not putting that on the Fiend. I'm putting that at Vince's door. He botched that Hell in the Cell match because like I said, even the crowd started cheering for AEW. Vince had to rectify that because he was going to lose a whole entire fan base, and he had to have Seth Rollins drop the title the following month in one of the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. I was okay with that because he went on a run for a few months. I saw him live at Royal Rumble 2020 when he faced Daniel Bryan for the championship match and won that, but only for him to later drop that title the next month to Bill fucking Goldberg. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all love Bill Goldberg, the old Bill Goldberg. This new Bill Goldberg, trust me, I was not happy. I was pissed. It's like I don't want to see this. I would much rather see either Bray Wyatt go up against Roman Reigns, but because of COVID happened, we understand. So they could have properly did this Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman feud the right way and carried that all the way to SummerSlam with some better writers to only drop because that would have been a respectful give of the title to Roman versus how he gave up that title. I didn't appreciate that. This has Bray Wyatt not succeeding in his first leg in WWE has Vince McMahon written all over it. And like I said, I was trying not to make this a me get Vince rant, but it's like it's so hard for you to talk about. It's like how can you not talk about Vince on how he kind of messed up this man's career? But I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna let you go because we're gonna get into the good part.
Okay. But yeah, brother, definitely, man. I'm glad you had me up here, man. Rest in paradise to Bray Wyatt, man. You know what I mean? And for all the wrestling fans, man, and dude, we get if you want, man, we could definitely do some more wrestling pods, man. I I I
100%.
I am big into this. You know what I mean? I am big into the sport itself. And I'm gonna just say this: it's the bad booking. This is bad booking that Vince has done. That's why I was so happy when he had that scandal. He left last summer. It was a breath of
We
fresh
all
air.
was.
Oh
We
my
all
gosh,
was.
Oh my gosh, it was incredible. It was a great time. Now we have this bloodline feud that should have been done in WrestleMania. We have all these things that are just reoccurring that is just terrible booking. And you have a company
Mhm.
that's about to put on the biggest show, you know what I mean, in wrestling, the last past 5 years. That's your rival company. And you continually book that because you believe, that you just have more money and that you have more power and more pull. Well, guess what? You got competition now, man, and rightfully so. Somebody has got to write that ship because all these deals that he's trying to do with UFC and all that, man, that's not going to save you. It's not going to save you. It's not. But yeah,
Yeah,
brother,
agree with.
thanks for having me on, man. I know you got to drop me down. Thanks for having me on,
I
man. I
mean, I
appreciate
know
it.
I know it's all good. I just want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, this coming Wednesday, we're bringing back Wrestling Wednesday. We were supposed to do it yesterday. My schedule wouldn't allow me to do it, but rest assured, we will be doing it this Wednesday. I'm gonna let my people know that, hey, whatever y'all need me to do in the week, I'll do it. But this Wednesday, I'm not available after a certain time, and which actually comes in great hands because WWE Payback is next Saturday. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get the cars ready, and let's get the predictions ready. And if I can finally get a hold of DraftKings list of bets, I could tell you what I could give you an idea what's going to happen as a unofficial whatever way you want to call it, because I don't want someone to get mad if they lose money. They want to try to blame me for it. But that's this Wednesday. But Soapbox, man, I appreciate you for pulling up. You can come back Wednesday, man.
Definitely, I'll be here Wednesday, man. I'll definitely be supporting that. And I'll definitely jump on the panel when y'all talk about that wrestling. You know what I mean? Definitely
Yes,
be here,
sir.
man. Much love, brother. Salute to you. And I'm definitely everybody like to subscribe to the channel, man. Support the movement, support my brother Christopher J, and show love, man. Peace, brother. I'm out.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. That was Soapbox, ladies and gentlemen. Now, actually, I haven't been in a chat. I'm so sorry, y'all. Um, it's not gonna let me. Okay, who we got? Just Jay's back. My friend, they said, "Hey, Brenda. I remember Punk had Bray Wyatt on his shoes. I thought he was going to AEW. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. My favorite Bret Hart got screwed over by this or before her eyes. Yeah, that was a in the back. And to see the old footage of what happened backstage, yeah, the documentary on the Screwjob was dope. I need to go watch that. Man, Keith Lee is a beast. I hate one of these days. I'm going to do a Vince rant. I promise you guys, I'm gonna do a rant and I'm gonna open the panel so you guys can get y'all shit off. I promise. Hire cheap labor, and that's what cost a really, really. Oh, that's a lawsuit. Jesus Christ. I did not know that. Uh, he does. And see, that's a problem with Vince. He's been doing it his way for so long because he's been in first place and second place was so far behind him. It's like it's hard to tell a billionaire what to do, especially if people been telling this billionaire he's been doing the right way. And I'm not talking about people on the same. I'm talking about the audience, people that pay the tickets. Hell, me as well. I'll throw myself in there. But as I get older, it's like, all right, Vince, we need to do something different. But it's like I've been doing it this my way for X amount of years. We're going to continue to do it my way. Like Soapbox saying, when that scandal happened, as much as I hate that those women went through that, and I truly hate that they went through that, on a selfish tip, as a wrestling fan, I was happy that you was able to tie Vince to something to get him out the way and to get Triple H in as creative. And like I said, this has been the best storytelling I have seen in the last 20 years in WWE. So this is WWE is going in the right direction now. When he came back, you can kind of tell which belongs to Triple H and which kind of belongs to Vince McMahon, and sometimes the lines get blurred. But that's off on a tangent. but I never liked how he had R-Truth. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. I'm just gonna keep going. I want him to be a Hall of Famer. Like, I won't feel complete as a fan until I know he's inducted. And he needs to be a two-time Hall of Famer. One for the Bray Wyatt family and another one as Bray Wyatt. If WWE properly invested in him like they were supposed to, I'm about to get mad, so let me move on. If they do it, it'll be a long time, unfortunately. And what they're gonna do is Bray left enough to influence the younger generation. So it's gonna take somebody from the new school to embody a Bray Wyatt, but make it its own so it can look genuine, but we can always pay tribute to Bray Wyatt and be like, because Bray Wyatt produced this great of an athlete, let's induct him to the Hall of Fame as our appreciation. Uh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm a huge Sting fan. He could have been so much better than Hogan in the WWF Hogan and Vince. I think held Sting back. Um, did Vince held Sting back? You mean when Sting came to the WWE? Um, let me think about that. No, no, no. It's just that if you talk about Sting when he came back to when he made his debut in the WWE at Survivor Series, that's an older Sting. Who's he going to beat? He could beat some of these mid card guys, but you're not beating. You didn't beat Triple H at WrestleMania 31. You're not beating Seth Rollins in the following months. So it's like, who was he going to beat at the end of the day? And I wanted Sting to pick up a title while he was there. Maybe a tag team championship, but he's in AEW right now doing this thing. I think Bray Wyatt, Crazy Cold Leader, was way better than the Fiend persona. I missed that one. I do miss the Cold Leader version. Um, if Mike Tyson is in the Hall of Fame, Bray. Hey now, hey, come on now. Don't be sacrilegious now. Mike Tyson is a beast. Nah, nah, nah. He ain't Muhammad Ali, of course. Let me be careful because my wife loves Mike Tyson. She'll come out here with hit me with the right. If they can have Hogan in the Hall of Fame after all that stupid crap he done, and Bray did none of that, then put him in the Hall of Fame. I'm willing to do whatever to put him in the Hall of Fame because I honestly believe I and personally as a fan, I believe he's done enough. But if I have to be objective, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to put him in. They should. Maybe I gotta wait for someone older, nastier to get the fuck out the way so they can put him in. And I'll tell you one thing: Friday Night SmackDown. I if they fuck up this tribute, if they fuck up this tribute, I may not be at home, but I will be watching from a distance. If they fuck up this tribute to Bray Wyatt, we going live tomorrow night. I promise you that we're going live tomorrow night. They fuck up this tribute. I mean that shit. But let's get into a couple of tweets. A couple of wrestlers paid tribute. Actually, a lot of people. Matt Hardy, absolutely shattered to learn that my friend Windham Rotunda has passed away. It's devastating to think. I don't care about Chase. Move out the way. It's devastating to think he left us at only 36 years young. My condolences go out to the family, wife, and children. I'm so sorry. My compare miss you already, Matt Hardy. Dana Brooks, I'm in a loss of words. My heart aches for Windham's family. R.I.P. Bray. Saraya from AEW. People, and if you don't remember her, she was Paige from WWE. I can't believe I'm typing this, but R.I.P. Windham. I knew you day one of moving to America. You were the biggest sweetheart and were loved by everyone who met you. I'm in shock, sending all my love to the Rotunda family. Rio Rigo, devastated to hear the passing of Windham Rotunda. Bray Wyatt, my deepest condolences to Mike, Bo, Barry, and all his family. Rest well, my friend. Uh, who else we got? Rhea Ripley, lost for words. Rest in peace. Big E, man, the first dude that took me under his wings when I got signed in 2009. We spent so much of our adult lives together, praying for JoJo, praying for the kids. I will miss your laughs and your boyish charms, my friend. Goodbye with him. The Rock. I'm heartbroken over the news of Bray Wyatt's passing. Always had tremendous respect and love for him and the Rotunda family. Loved his presence, promos, in-ring work, and connection with WWE Universe. Very unique, cool, and rare character, which is hard to create in our crazy. And it goes on for there, but the it cut off. But we're just gonna leave it at that. And if I recall correctly, I think Alexa Bliss did a tribute, had some words to say as well. Let's see if I can pull it up. And keep in mind, there's five. Technically, there's five members. You count Alexa in the Wright family. Two of them have gone on to the other side. Um, what's his name? Brian is still here. Um, Jesus, I forgot the other one's name. And Alexa Bliss. Matter of fact, post touching tribute to Bray Wyatt. Let's see. I'm just in shock, extremely heartbroken, and I lost for words. What I can say is what an amazing human being Windham is, an amazing and kind friend, one of the most creative minds to ever walk this earth. Facts. Windham, you brought so much joy and happiness to everyone around you. Uh, yeah, man, it's sad. It's real crazy. I like I said, I'm really a loss of words here. But let's continue. He was gone for 15 months. Vince released him, or he was released from WWE. So let me not put down Vince. But he came back in October 2020. It was Extreme Rules under the Triple H regime. Dare I say that was probably one of the best Extreme Rules that I've ever seen in a while. And it's like, how can you? Because your main event was Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle with Daniel Coleman from USC as the special guest referee. That was the final match. It's like, how can you top this pay per view now? Somebody back said, "Hold my beer." The lights went out, and you started to see the fireflies pop out. Then you hear this voice, "He's got the whole world in his hand." I started getting goosebumps. I was like, no. Then you started seeing characters from the Firefly House in actual human form pop up in the arena, in the crowd. And then you saw the Fiend, the last one. I started screaming. I was like, yes. I was like, he's back. Then they started going through the old clubhouse that's torn down, dismantled, whatever the case may be. Then what happened? A door open. You see a blue light and you see a figure. And then chilled going up the upper arms. And I'm like, oh, just like everybody in Philadelphia, because that's where it was at. They was like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And then he pulled out the mask. It was Bray Wyatt. We all lost our shit. I was yelling to the top of my lungs. I was like, thank you, Triple H. And I went, I was like, all right, Monday Night Raw came. He's on SmackDown. I was like, damn it, y'all gonna make me wait. And that was the longest wait of my life. Um, For Bray Wyatt to come back in human form and to cut that promo that he did, that was probably um because some people like let's have an honest moment here. Yes, wrestling is theatrical. We get that. We understand that. But one of the things that I love about WWE and just wrestling in general is that moment of legitimacy. See, those who are wrestling fans that's watching this and that are in the chat, they understand what I'm saying by legitimacy. I want to see something real. I want to see something that you can get nobody to write up in the back. I want to see that moment. And for Triple H to allow him, it says, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Or I'm gonna give you 7 to 8 minutes. I can't remember how long that promo was. I'm gonna give you time to walk down to this ring, take your time. We're gonna have that music play in the background. And for some of you guys who don't know, go to my IG story. After this, the track that's playing that was Bray Wyatt's theme song coming back. To play that, the methodical walk with his lamp, turned it off, taking the ovation because we missed you. These 15 months has been hell without you. And to cut that promo, first you paid tribute to Luke Harper. You talked about your time away, how it was hurting you inside. I'm not gonna say mental health. I'm not gonna go that far. But to cut that genuincy of a promo is like this is not Bray Wyatt that's talking. This is excuse me, Windham Rotunda talking. I waited 15 months and I want to hear I want to hear Windham Rotunda. Give me Bray. Matter of fact, me personally, I would say give me Bray Wyatt next week. Give me Bray Wyatt next week. I want to hear from Windham. And for them to give you that moment of legitimacy was everything to me. And that is something that I will always be grateful for WWE because moments like that, you're able to give the fans something real. Now, granted, they're going to have to say it's scripted because I said this last week on Fatty Show. When it comes to certain aspects of wrestling, it will behoove you to say it's fake because if certain sports athletic commissions get a hold of something legitimate happening in wrestling, there's a certain tax you got to pay, like how the NBA pays it, how the NFL pays it, Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer, so on and so forth. But for them to sneak out a little bit of realness, real life, I will always. This is why I still watch WWE to this day because they give me them. They give me those moments. Not to say AEW does it. I would never say that. But WWE has done that throughout the years, and I will always appreciate them for that. Now, when he cut that promo, then Uncle Howdy came into play. I was like, okay. I was like, we came back with the get. I said, what's going on here? And I grew to love Uncle Howdy immediately. And when it came to Royal Rumble 2023, only thing I really requested out of that match between him and LA Knight, that Mountain Dew match, was what it to be a little bit longer. I'm glad they had something after the match that led to some craziness, good craziness. But that was Bray Wyatt's only match of this year. Sold out Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Mm, mm. And as I said it earlier in the video, earlier in the stream, ladies and gentlemen, he did pass away due to a heart attack because of complications of COVID-19. Because he was gone for wrestling, nobody knew why. They just said it was an injury that was career 30 and like 30, nobody knew. And unfortunately, heart attack. My condolences to JoJo, the fiance, uh, ex fiance. To the four children, your daddy did something special. He will truly be missed. I My heart goes out to you guys, and I can only imagine what you guys are going through right now. But uh, let's see. Do we got any last thing to read? Because we can call it evening. Let's see. Wayman made his pro wrestling debut in February 2009 after being released by WWE in July 2021. He returned to the company in October 22. His final appearance on WWE television came in February while building a match with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 39. He was suddenly pulled due to unknown illness, which we know was the hardest. Well, let me not say that. One later described as both career and life threatening. Recent updates have indicated his condition was improving, with his father, Mike Rotunda, saying on August 13th that he'd be returning to WWE hopefully shortly. Stay tuned for more updates to become available. Wyatt's pro wrestling career began in 2009 in Florida Championship Wrestling, which served as WWE developmental territory at that time. He made his television debut in the second season of NXT as Hucky Harris, which also brought up, and I remember that as well. And will briefly work on WWE TV as a member of Nexus. I remember that as well. Before being written off in 2011 in order to return to developmental. It was there he created the cult leader character Bray Wyatt, alongside with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan, that was his name, Eric Rowan. The Wyatt family faction will make an immediate impact upon its arrival on WWE main roster in 2013. That's a fact. Wyatt will go on to hold the WWE Championship and both sets of tag team championships while in the Wyatt family. In 2019, he debuted two completely new persons. One as a host of a somewhat demented children program called the Fiery Funhouse, pretty much Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Um, and his demonic alter ego, the Fiend. His newfound success with the character would lead to the memorable cinematic Fiery Funhouse match with John Cena at WrestleMania 36 in the two reigns as WWE Universal Champion. Upon the return in October 22, oh, for the record, I'm reading this from comicbook.com. I will put everything in the description after the stream is over. Upon his return in October 2022, Wyatt seemed to shed all of his former personas, but was haunted by a masked figure known as Uncle Howdy, who was really his brother, Bo Dallas, wearing a mask. Mm, mm, mm. Wyatt would return 12 matches in his second tenure with WWE, but his pitch black match with LA Knight at the 2023 Royal Rumble was the only televised bout. Stay tuned for more details on the situation as they become. And like I said, we all know that Braun Strowman made a post. Let's see. Let's see what Braun Strowman got to say, because I know this probably hit home for him as well. Let's see, Bray Wyatt affected many throughout his career, and that is presenting itself in the bevy of tributes being shared on social media in his tragic passing. Let's see, um, Braun, where you at? This is gonna be a slow build. I already know. Let me see if I can work a way around this. And And that's my HP computer acting slow. Lovely. Oh, now it wants to pick up. Ain't that a blimp? Okay, let's see. Sorry about the slow. All right. Oh, his name is Adam. Share 99. I really don't. Oh, there's a picture of him in Jesus Christ. I really don't even know how or where to start. This is just what I can muster up right now. Yes, sir. All right, got it. 8 years ago today, I joined you as your black sheep. If I knew only in 8 short years later, I would have to say goodbye. I sure as hell wouldn't have taken so much for granted. You were my best friend, my mentor, my big little brother, my brother of destruction. You were there for all my highs and lows, as as was for yours. You taught me so many things in this business that we share and loved, and you taught me so much in life. So we got really got let me be nice. You truly made me a better person. I was so honored the day I found out you're ha- having Nash boy, and you asked me to be his godfather. With him, you were one of a kind with great mind and even better soul. The world lost such an amazing man. My heart with the Rotunda family, JoJo, and all the babies. No, I love you all so much. I'll see you down the road, my friend. Slap Brody on the ass for me when you see him. I know this isn't by forever. I love you. Mm. That was from Braun Strowman, ladies and gentlemen. Um, yeah, man. And like I said, I was having one of those historic milestones of a bad day today, and granted, my 5 year old is the reason why I'm having a bad day today. I'm gonna deal with him in the morning, but it's funny how God works sometimes. It's like, oh, you thought you was having a bad day. Let me show you who's really having a bad day. That will happen to be a whole entire family right now. Uh, makes me appreciate, makes me realize how small my problems is compared to others. But that's the thing we go through. Um, let me see something. Mic check. Okay, my mic is still good. Just double checking. Let's see. Just clarifies. Um, all right, and just from Sean Ross Snapper, FIFO.com. I was given permission to bill earlier this year. Wilhelm Rotunda, Bray Wyatt got COVID that exacerbated our heart issues. There was a lot of positive progress towards a return in his recovery. Unfortunately, today he suffered a heart attack and passed away. All right, so yeah, it has been confirmed it has been a heart attack. But I did this show because, as painful as today is, we have to we have to remember the good that people have contributed to our lives, although other people didn't took his contributions for granted. I want to thank um, I want to thank Windham Rotunda for giving for displaying. I'm just getting my words together. Um, what I saw at Royal Rumble 2020 was a professional at work. He put on a wrestling clinic as far as not as far as wrestler because Daniel Bryan said is a actual wrestler. Where I'm talking about as far as storytelling goes, conducting business and selling. See, the thing I like about wrestling is you have to sell. You have to be a salesman of who your character is, the ups and downs. You have to sell that to me. That day, that night, Bray Wyatt sold to me that I am the nightmare that haunts you in your dream, and I'm there's nothing you could throw at me that thinks you're going to get this win out of me. I am the real boogeyman. I am the fiend. I am that guy. Bray Wyatt showed me that, and I bought into it. And I do want to say, Bray, thank you for your contributions to this industry. It is a better place because of you. So here at the BTSI show, Bray Wyatt, 100% a go. He will be missed. Salute to Bray. Let's go ahead and get out of here, y'all. And I appreciate you guys for coming in. On your way out, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube, follow me on all social. Links are located in the description. $ BTSI shows a cash app. Participant waive all the rights to privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the cash app giveaway. If I'm in a good mood, maybe 2 or 3 people will get $100 as well. In the comment section, tell me your favorite Bray Wyatt moment throughout the years. He left plenty, although, like I said, some people higher up doesn't appreciate what he had to offer. We as fans, we enjoy it and we're gonna miss it. So write it in the comment section. I'm always gonna look through them, read them, and let's continue the conversation. Let's always continue to remember Windham, aka Bray Wyatt. All right. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, this is the BTSI show. I am your host, Christopher J. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.